Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So on this video, let's talk about Google Keep, powerful features to transform your digital note-taking. And right here, I'm currently inside the Google website, or basically a Google browser. This is going to be a very simple tutorial, so let's start for the first one. Now, how can we make sure this is going to be the first one? As you can see right here, I have 4 tabs, right, including the Google that makes 5. Now, to lessen your distractions, to go straight to Google Keep, just from here, on the URL type in here, keep.new. You can either type in keep.new or note.new. Either or, if you enter, you're gonna go straight right here, and then a title will comes out, lessen the distractions, right? So everything that you're thinking, you have an idea, or merely a statement that you want to take note of, go straight right there. As you can see right here, I have 5 tabs as I remember. I always do this, and the 4th tab is going to be the Google Keep. Now let me just go back and Google here so we can really compare which is which. As you can see right here, the 4th one is Google Keep. Now if I click on Control and number 4, again that will be Control 4. Let me just open my notepad. So that will be Control plus number 4 on my keyboard. Why number 4? Because number 4 is going to be the 4th one right there, which is Google Keep. Now if I go on 4, it goes to Google Keep, and from here, simply type in the letter C. Alright? The letter C enables you to start and compose. As you can see right there. Ready to go, taking a note. That's gonna be step 1 for you. It's a pretty powerful tip. So if you're from the first tab right there, simply go Control number 4, takes you to Google Keep. What if it's gonna be the 3rd one? If when I go to Google Keep right there, click on Control number 3. Alright? It depends on the arrangement on which is going to be the numbered, and basically that's going to be the first one. Now before we move on, let's talk the settings right there. Click settings, and from here I want you to label this display link previews. I'm going to tell you why later, right? Anyway, for the reminder defaults, this seems familiar. Why? Because in Google or Gmail right here, you're going to have a snooze button right there that's identical for Google Keep. So if you change one here, for example, evening, in here, I think evening's still gonna be the same as right there, later today. If I change this, let's just say go for 10 p.m., click save for this one, and then refresh this Gmail, and then go for snooze, that would be 10 p.m. So please take note about that one. Everything you change in Google Keep instead of reminders, or speaking about reminders, it affects Gmail. Alright? Now for the next feature, this is for Google Chrome users. On the 3 dots right there, go to settings, and then here look for search engine. Expand this one on the lower side search. I want you to click on add. Now for the name, let's just name this Google Keep. And then for the shortcut, let's name it Keep. And for the URL, I'm just gonna post the video. If you want to copy, this is gonna be it. And then paste it right there, click on add. And basically for this one, let's try it out. I'm gonna go back on Google, refresh this one right there, and now let's try it out. I'm gonna click on Control L or Command L if that's gonna be on your iOS. Again guys, that would be Control L plus L, right? So again, Control L for that one, and then once you're gonna be on the URL, type in Keep, the shortcut that we have enabled earlier. Press Tab here, it gives me the option to search Google Keep here. So I'm gonna search any keyword I have that should be on my Keep notes. I'm gonna try Inhale Apple. Click enter, and it will bring me to Apple. Alright? So basically that's going to be a faster way on scrolling to down your Keep. You have hundreds or even thousands of notes inside it. Now let's talk about something more in bullets. Now in Keep, it has a bug, or I'll call it an enabled feature. If I add asterisk here, it will turn into a bullet point. For example, let's call this one tutorial, and then click on enter. This is videos. And then for the next one, if you use number now, you're gonna use this one, for example, fruit. Click enter, apple. It reads throughout with it. Moreover, if you use hyphen, for example, I'm gonna go with this one, red. Enter, color. Enter, orange. It reads everything. It does not really have an error, even though we have multiple bullet points right here. Alright? Now speaking about header, I always do this. I use 2 equal sign to make sure that this is gonna be header 1. To give a bit of a more prominent design, rather than just using a plain text for it and then add spacing in between, make sure this is going to be much more visible as a header. As you can see right there, it's much more clear, much more professional looking, and then really differentiate header from the bullet points. Now for the next feature, this is actually for note takers for taking minutes of the meeting. For example, if you're composing something here, as you can see right there, if you want to transpose any information you have on your Keep to your Gmail, simply enable the button right there, this option, and then add anything. You can just simply click right there if you want to delete it, or copy and paste everything for this one. For example, this one right there, I can just enable it right here, and I have every notes I have that I've taken earlier, and then send it throughout the team and have them minutes of the meeting. Once done, click that one. You can archive or delete, either or, it's going to be depending on your own choices. Now for the next feature, I just want to share this with you because this is going to be my personal take. Before, I always use the pin button to highlight everything inside my notes. However, upon the years of checking, I found a much more simpler for me that I want to share with you guys. So you can just simply unpin this one, goes back to the original, right? Or I can just simply, for example, select this 3 or this 4 right here with the empty notes. Click the letter E on your keyboard. That goes to archive. And then under archive, I'm going to have this, right? Now I can select something. For example, this one. I can now make sure this is going to be under a label. And then I've created 2 labels there. I can choose one of each. And basically for that one, this right now would be added in here. Right now I have created organization inside Google Keep. Rather than having everything in here, for example, I'm going to clear everything much more professional looking, much more cleaner. Now I can just organize everything. I'm going to put them which label that I want to enter them. For example, label 2. So if I go to label 2, I have everything here. Same goes with label 1. And for the next feature, this goes with calendar. Some people used it, most of the people did not. So I want you to use this one if you're taking notes with your meeting. Rather than using your pen and paper on your hands, use Google Keep. So select the meeting you want. For example, I have a sample meeting from 6 to 11. That's going to be a 5-hour meeting. Just make sure it's going to be open like this. Click Google Keep over there. Click Start Taking Note. And as you can see right there, it's focusing on this meeting. Now, for example, I'm going to take here sample notes of the meeting. And then click on Done here. Now, this right now would be inside my Google Keep. As you can see right there, if I go back on Google Keep right now, click Refresh, go back on Notes, I'm going to have this sample of the meeting notes. I can either add this a label, add a drawing, show checkboxes, and the works. I can now review this rather than opening my notebook on my desk. Now for the next feature, this is my most favorite, enabling Google Keep as an extension. So it should look like this one right there. If you can find it, go to Manage Extensions first, go to Chrome Web Store, simply type in here Google Keep, and it should look like this. Make sure you have it installed and add it to your Chrome. Anyway, let's see how it works. So I have a sample website here, right? Now for this one, I can just simply take that one and then write anything. And I mean everything. Now for example, this is going to be what I write. Add a title, I'm going to go for basketball shoes here. Or basketball, sorry for the wrong spelling. And then click Create Note. It's currently creating note right there. If I go back on my Keep now, click Refresh, click Reload for this one. This is what I have. And remember what I told you earlier regarding the settings, wherein you enable display lit strings previews. This is how they look like. So I suggest always disable this one. Click Save, and it's much more cleaner now. Much more professional looking. Now for the next one, let's color code our notes. As you can see right here, I have 3 colors. To change the color, simply click on that color palette right there, choose a color. You can even change the background. Alright? So how do we do this? So what's the purpose of changing color? This is for organization purposes. As you can see right there, label 1 is going to be all orange. Label 2 is going to be all red. Now for the link, you can add red here if that's going to be your liking. But for me, I'm not going to proceed for that one because I've already added bookmark. Now how to add this? So simply make sure you refresh the screen first. Now once you're in your color red label, click on the star right there, name it red, and then add it on your bookmark. So every time, for example, you're in a different website, let me just go back on notes here. If I click on red now, I go to red. If I click on orange, I'm going to be going back to orange. That's really helpful, especially if you're really utilizing Google Keep. Now for the next one, this is going to be a master list or checklist. Now for here, simply click on L to start a list. I'm going to go for here, let's go for fruits. And then for the next one, I'm going to go for apple. as you can see here. Now, before you click on enter, click on the control and the bar right there. Again, guys, that will be this one, control, and you can either use this, for example, this logo, or this logo, either of the two, to make sure you're gonna have an indentation, alright? Because that's gonna be how it works here. So for the next one, I'm gonna go for orange, and then going back, since I already have apple and orange, I'm gonna enter here vegetables, or vegetables right there. As you can see, click on enter, and then indent it further. I'm gonna go for here broccoli. Sorry about the spelling. And then for the next one, I'm gonna go for carrot. And what it does is, the purpose of indentation is, if I click on everything under foods, everything will be selected. Same goes for that one. Now, this one right here, you can pull it back right there. Make sure it's not gonna be under vegetables. So if I click on vegetables only, it doesn't go back to broccoli. You can manually indent them if you don't like the command key from earlier. Now, if I select everything here, 3 dots, you can uncheck all items. These 3 dots right here are pretty powerful, so please take note about that one. Now for the mobile device option here, as you can see, this is going to be the mobile application of Google Keep. There's just going to be 2 options here. First one is using an image. Now from here, select this part right there. You can either take a photo or choose an image. I'm going to go for choose an image here, and then select the first one right there. From here, click the photo. On the 3 dots on the upper section, you can now grab image text. As you can see right here, everything that has been typed, you can copy and paste. You can even edit it. Now send it to your friends. Now think how much faster is that in taking notes. Now from here, you can still archive this one. For example, if I archive that one right there, and then simply type in slogan, I'm gonna have those 2, which is the one is gonna be the archived earlier. Take note about that one. There's gonna be a powerful tool here, for example, on your Gmail. Since no one uses business cards anymore, you can screenshot their signature and then just add the text here, translate it, and you'll be good to go. Now for the next option, as you can see, there is a mic. That means you can now speak and take notes. Let's try it out. If I click on that one, I'm gonna speak here, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. 1, 2, 3, Google Keep. As you can see right there, I'm going to speak now, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You have it right there. Let's listen to it. I'm gonna speak here, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the second option here via voice command. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.